Robert, we have a viewer question from the Hoof Nerd. These names, I tell you what.
Yeah.
The Hoof Nerd says, what watch gets a lot of love that is not for you? Do you have one that comes to mind?
So mine isn't a specific watch,
Okay.
but it's a brand, and it's Christopher Ward.
Oh, yeah. No, they are very loved in that sub $1,000, sub $2,000 price segment for sure.
Yeah. For whatever reason,
You don't own any.
I don't own any. I have, so it's not like I'm just, spouting off some crap that I haven't actually owned.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying it's a bad watch. Let me first and foremost say that.
It just hasn't appealed to you, right?
It's very much, I consider, a boring watch. I don't like...
I would have to push on some of that, like Bel Canto.
Okay. Outside, I don't consider that Christopher Ward.
Oh, you don't?
Okay, well, there's all sorts of videos online about this, of like they use that as a marketing thing, right?
But their bread and butter is like a Trident or a C63 or...
It's all of that mundane SW200 run thing that just doesn't appeal to me. I don't like it. It's boring. I don't like the handset. The new logo's great. That's fine.
That's a good move.
Yes, I like that. That was also part of the reason why it never resonated with me in the past, because their logo bouncing around. Let's
Changing.
do the 12. Let's do the 9. Let's put it at the 430.
I give you that. I was out on Christopher Ward when it was the fashion-esque on the 9.
Again, I'm not saying it's a bad watch, and people are going to flame me because they, blah, blah, blah. It's a great watch. It's undervalued. It's not.
Well,
it's
you're
not.
easy to tease and stuff.
Yeah,
you're enjoyable to
tease.
It's
not undervalued. It's not like the value. I don't know. I just don't get it. It's a boring watch. And they're moving up market as a result of the Bel Canto and all these successes that they've had. And kudos to them for doing that. But that doesn't change the fact that their titanium... what's it called? The new one, the Luminaire. Looks like their $1,000 watch, and that's $2,000 watch. Like,
see, I love this because it's contrary to popular opinion, that's good conversation.
I don't get it. Again, it's a fine watch. I am not spending $2,000 on a Christopher Ward.
Yeah. Well, have I ever showed you my Christopher Ward? It is a C1 moon phase with a venturing glass dial and a jumbo moon phase. There's no markers. Have I showed you mine?
You have, and I love that one.
Oh, cool.
But see, that again, that's what I'm saying. It's the Bel Canto.
It is a $2,500.
It's a separate kind of category, and I'm okay with those, and I like those.
Gotcha.
I would own a Bel Canto. I would own a moon phase. I'm okay with that because there's some visual intrigue and all that stuff. It's the bread and butter crap that they're churning out 1,000 of a day. I don't get. It's a nicely cased Alibaba.
Oh wow!
Looking
You're going hard, Robert.
I don't get it.
Okay, here, let me hit you with mine. Mine is similar. It's not a specific watch. It is this trend of going back to smaller traditional sizes. I can't tell you, every time I post a review, even if it's like a 39 millimeter, beautifully proportioned watch, without fail, there's going to be at least one watch collector that goes, well, that's nice. I just wish it wasn't so big. It needs to be 36 or 37, or I would buy that Panerai if it was 38 millimeter. Like, I like big watches. I've always loved large watches. I mean, I daily a 40 mil president or day date from Rolex. I wear a Black Bay, which is like 40.5 if we measure it. So it's not like I love 50 millimeter watches.
Yeah,
but
we're not talking diesel, crazy looking things.
No. But it's this trend of going, because fads are cyclical. Once upon a time, gentleman watches were 34 millimeter, 33 millimeter,
all day.
35.
Yeah.
36 was like a jumbo-sized watch for a gentleman.
Oh, yeah.
And it seems like the trend is creeping back that way and I'm not about it. So anytime someone's like, "Oh, I wish that was smaller," I'm like, "I wish it was bigger." You know?
Well, now's the time for you to go out and
I
get
should
all
go-
the deals.
Yes.
All the deals. There's never been a better time to buy Panerai. There's never been a better
No.
time to buy some Breitlings and things like that
Yeah.
because they're the bigger sizes.
No,
and
I tell you
nobody
what.
wants them.
I've got a search out on a Must XL, which is huge. Like technically, it probably should be a little smaller. I love the big XL. I've got a search out on that. IWC Big Pilot 43.
Oh,
if I can find a good
gorgeous.
deal on that,
Gorgeous.
I would love to add that watch.
Would you do the 46?
I would.
Or is
but
that too big?
if the deal is right, I would do it. But I say 43 because it has that lovely bracelet, and you know me, I'm a bracelet guy.
Yep.
So I do prefer the 43 there. And then I'd even do like a Breitling Super Ocean Heritage 46.
Ooh,
Green
gross.
dial. Yeah. Oh,
Gross.
yes. I tell you what, if I find a deal, I would rock that.
You should find a deal for it. Nobody wants that one. 46. That's a crazy move right there.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they make it in 42 or 46.
Yeah.
And I've owned 44 personally in blue, but I've not, and I've seen all the sizes before.
I don't know if I've seen a 46. Maybe it wears like a decent Panerai or something like that.
Yeah, it wears well. It's still big. There's no way you can hide that girth, right?
Yeah.
But
well, and I'm sure there's a metric ton of polish around it. Like
at Breitling, that's what you want,
yes,
right?
yes. You're not buying Breitling for brushed finish.
No,
it's polished.
There's
all
a
the
few
way.
here and there, but they don't look like traditional Breitling,
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's mine. Is the trend of small watches, and it sounds like yours is Christopher Ward.
Okay, so Christopher Ward haters come at me. Small watch, trendy. Hey, I've got a
Bring it on.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey,
Small
you
watch.
do.
Yeah, small watch.
What is that?
So I've got this is what I bought as a tester to see if I could do the Tank Louis. This is a neo vintage quartz Concord tank.
Dude, it looks
solid
good.
gold.
That's solid gold.
I'll take it off right now. It's solid gold.
How have we not talked about this?
It's a quartz movement, and I changed the strap.
Wow.
Solid gold.
That is solid. 14 karat gold?
Yeah, 14 karat solid. To me, it's kind of made it so. I love that we're doing this on the video, by the way.
If people think we're not in the same room.
Yeah, let the record show that we've had that.
We're in the same room.
Yeah, we've had this. I've had this for a while. I've just recently changed the strap over, and it really kind of has satisfied my tank itch for the time being.
Honestly, though, I'm a big dude. Does this look weird on me? It kind of does.
No, I think it looks classy.
Okay.
The tank is the one thing that is without, category. It's a tank.
Yeah.
So you can get away with the smaller one. That's very similar to the dimensions of the Tank Louis. Almost spot on.
Can I ask, you don't have to, if you don't want to, don't share, but how much was this?
I got a smoking deal on this. I got box, original strap, and the original buckle, which again I swapped over. I got that for under $1,000.
Are you kidding me?
Solid gold, everything.
Dude.
Yeah. And again, you look at the dial, the detail work. It's like a lacquer dial. It's got nice,
It's
black
probably
hands.
on par with what you would get from Cartier.
So everybody that I've shown that to that has Cartier or that has experience with Cartier says that's 90% of the way there. There's really no need to spend, magnitudes of how many to get the actual Tank Louis or just say a regular tank or whatever in precious metal. So it was just under $1,000, and
this is cool.
Yeah, it scratches that itch, but it is a small watch, and here Bruce is
It is cool, but I mean, come on, guys. On me,
I'm telling you, it works. It really works. It's a gorgeous piece.
Yeah. There it is next.
I had to wear the yellow gold since Bruce is such a fan.
Huge fan.
So I'm okay with the smaller watches as a big guy. Bruce is not.
Not my preference.
Bruce is okay with Christopher Ward. I'm not.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, that's good. Hey, let me end with one question, Robert. This one comes from Glenn. Glenn says, you can only have one watch paired with only one car. What are you selecting for both? This is a fun one.
It's a fun one. I'm going to go Explorer 2 Polar and a Toyota Land Cruiser.
Oh, that's hard to beat, dude. That is hard to beat.
Tell me that's not like the perfect combo. Go anywhere, do anything, and last a lifetime.
Forever.
To run till you don't run.
Oh man, now mine's gonna sound stupid.
No,
that's a good one.
That's it.
That's a good one.
Bruce and I are out here in Utah. I'm a big Land Cruiser fan.
Yeah.
It's hard.
No, off-roading is a major thing here where we live.
Yeah. You want to be out in the mountains. You want to go out into the desert and the sand dunes and all these other cool places that we have to offer. So I got, I could go sports car or whatever, but I gotta go Land Cruiser.
Okay, so this is mine. I thought, all right, my daily, walk of life is I do commute to a normal job, so I'm driving a decent amount every week, and I think if you're only going one, you went practical and it works well, but at the same time, I don't want to go practical. I want to go obnoxious, pizzazz, loud. Like if I'm only gonna have one car and one watch, they better be like.
I like this.
Keep my attention for
it.
decades.
I like it.
So, Rolex Explorer 2, no, that's what you said.
Okay.
GMT Master 2, Meteorite, white gold.
Oh my goodness.
Isn't that, every time you go to look at your wrist, you'll never get tired of looking at that face.
One of my absolute favorites.
So that's the watch.
One of my absolute favorites.
And I'd pair it with a Corvette. And I'd probably go like C6, Z06 in yellow.
Oh, you're going all the way.
School. Yeah, I mean, it's like, hey, if I'm going to drive one, I better be laughing every time I'm like going anywhere because I'm having so much fun with my watch in my car.
Hey, there you go.
So that's what I would pick.
And that is very true. That's an attention grabber on both your wrist and on the road.
And then me and you would just have to like flip-flop every once in a while.
Yep.
Like, hey, give me that Land Cruiser. You take the Corvette.
Yes.
Let's switch watches.
Yes.
Yeah.
I do find it funny that we both picked Rolex.
I know. Well,
I mean, we are fanboys.
We are. It's a kind of boring brand, but
is.
it's a good brand. Easy to wear.
As much as the haters want to hate, you can't disagree that they are bulletproof.
Yeah.
They will last a lifetime. And they've got all the other things that go with it.
Everything you need.